Joy, back at it again with another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Make sure you go check out my first video. I did my first video yesterday, and I decided to do a reaction video to Machine Gun Kelly's diss track, Rap Devil, to Eminem. So make sure you go check that out, like, comment, subscribe. If you're a returner viewer, welcome to my channel, man. You already know how it is. I decided, as you already see, based on the title, to do my story time on my first fight. I don't really want to disclose nobody's name, so I'm a do it like this. Friend 1, friend 2, friend 1, hey, friend 2, friend 1, friend 2, hey, friend 1, friend 2. You know what I do? Hey, I'm hyping myself up. Let me hype down. That's embarrassing. So, back to this. I'm hyping myself up, you know. I had to calm down for a minute, okay? So, friend 1 is my best friend, the friend that I had already been friends with for a while. And friend 2, I'm going to disclose her as the new friend. So, basically, I lived, like, by a park, and then right next to the park was some apartments. So, basically, this is my house right here. And across the street is the park, and then here are the apartments. So, I used to go across the street, like, every day. We used to go across the street because people in the apartments was always trying to, you already know how that is. Hey, y'all trying to get a game? And so I used to play basketball like every day up at that park. So like every day I would go to that park and I would meet with the people at the apartments, you know, they would get a game. Like, you know, hey, you trying to get a game? We would like meet up and we would start the game. And so my friend, she didn't really play basketball. She wasn't really like the athletic type. She kind of just like, she knew how to shoot. So like if we needed extra body, like she would get in. But other than that, like, no, she would just sit there, watch, support. We would laugh, make jokes, just have fun, you know, do what kids do. So I'm sitting down and this girl comes up and she's like, oh, hey, what's your name? And I'm like, I'm Joy, what about you? She tells me her name and we start talking. And my friend was kind of looking around like had that face like, why is she over here? And I didn't know anything was going on at the time. So we were kind of just talking, and then we go back to my house, and we get inside, and then my friend 1, she goes, yeah, I don't hang out with that girl. She was referring to friend 2, and I'm like, what you mean? She's like, oh, we don't get along. We've had beef for about 5 years. So I'm like, okay, so while I'm sitting there talking to her, why are you just letting me talk to her? I was like, why didn't you say something? And she's like, oh, I don't want to start no drama. I just was like, figured I could tell you like more privately. So I'm like, oh, okay. So as we're talking, and I get a knock on the door, and I go up, I get up, and I go, and I'm like, it's the girl. And she's like, what girl? I'm like, the girl that you ain't cool with. Friend 2. I didn't tell her friend 2, but I'm telling y'all, because I can tell y'all her name. So I'm like, friend 2. And she's like, okay, answer it. So I answer it, and I'm like, what's up? She's like, can I come in? And I was like, no, I don't really know you. I don't feel like welcoming you in my house. She's like, oh, okay, well, maybe we could talk more tomorrow. So I'm like, yeah, maybe. I don't know. So I close the door, I go, and we just bust out laughing. And I'm like, okay, so what's the deal? She basically tells me, like, as they was, like, growing up together, she's basically saying, like, she's been living there for 5 years. I've only been there for a year. So she knows, of course, like, she knows more people, like, the environment, everybody, like, much more than I do, pretty much. So I'm like, all right. So she basically tells me, oh, well, she's always starting drama. She's just bad news. We've had 3 fights, arguments, like the whole 9, we just don't get along. So I'm like, arguments, fights? That's not the move, sis. So I'm like, okay, cool. You ain't talking to her. I won't talk to her. I ain't trying to be involved in no drama. I'm not the drama type. I don't like drama. I don't like to involve myself. I mean, if there's like a problem and my name gets into it and I feel threatened, I will fight you. But other than that, I'm not really the type to just jump to fight or jump to get into other people's drama. That's not me. So the next day, basically, I go to the park. Guess who's there? The girl's there. I call up my friend 1, see if she trying to come to the park. She like, nah, I don't feel good today. If you can, come over later. So I'm like, okay, yeah, most definitely. I could definitely come over later. So we basically, I get off the phone and I put my phone down next to my little bag over there at the park, and the girl comes up to me and she's like, hey, where's your friend? She's talking about my friend, and I'm like, oh, she's not feeling good today, she's not coming. I was like, and honestly, I don't think it's cool for you to try to come up to me and be cool with me when you're not cool with her. That's my best friend. That will remain my best friend. I'm not going to engage in your drama because that's not my business. So I would really appreciate if you could just keep your distance from me and her, and I'll keep my distance from you. So she kind of just stood in there kind of like, are you serious? And she's like, do you even want to hear my side of the story? And I'm like, not really. And nobody else was there, so I couldn't really just get up and go play basketball. So she just starts talking to me. Basically, she explains my story, like her side of the story. And I'm like, oh my God. She was talking for a good 10 minutes. So then some people, my friends or associates, started coming to play basketball. And I'm like, thank you, Jesus. They came right on time. Yeah. So I was like, okay, we're gonna have to talk later. Like I told you, keep your distance, I keep mine. And I go over there and I start playing basketball. And after I was done playing basketball, I basically called up my friend and was like, hey, I just talked to my mom. It's cool, I can come over. So I walk over to her house and I get there and it was like really loud. Like her brother was playing music, like doing what he do, because she has an older brother. He's loud. He always feels the need to be loud when there's no need to be loud. So she's like, oh my gosh, I cannot sleep here. I have a headache. And I'm like, well, why don't you just come to my house? You know you always welcome. I was like, well, let me call my mom just to make sure. So I called my mom, and my mom was basically just like,
you know, baby, she can come over anytime.
So I'm like, okay, cool. So we were walking to her house. We're walking to my house. What am I talking about? So we're walking to my house, and all of a sudden, I hear some footsteps, like fast footsteps, like running. And I'm like, hey, you hear that? So we turn around. Here go friend 2 running up. Like, I don't know what she's doing. Is she running up to, like, try to fight us? Is she running up to try to catch us or whatever? So I just turn around. We keep walking, acting like we don't see her. Oh, Lord. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyways, okay, so I just turn back around. You know, we continue walking, acting like, yeah, whatever, you know. We don't know what she's doing. So we're just like, all right, let's just ignore. So we're walking. We're almost to my house. And all of a sudden, I feel something hit me in the back of my head. And, you know, I took a little pause for a minute. And I'm like, Scar! Did she just hit me in the back of my head? I know the devil is a lie. Jesus, please let it have been a branch from a tree or something. Come on. I turned around. It was over. It was over. At that moment, when I turned around, there was nothing anybody could do to save her. What you snaking me for? Why are you trying to start a problem with me? I don't have a problem with you. So why are you coming for me? That was my thing. 2, who are you? What's your name? Because irrelevance had reached me. Like, girl. Okay, so I turn around. We start fighting. The fight was kind of like, it was at least a minute. Because, so, let me give y'all like a visual. Y'all like kind of see me now, you know, chubby, you know, bigger. I'm 5'6". The girl, I give her estimate like 5'3". She's skinnier than me, and so she's trying to pull me down, too, because there's a fence right by where we were. I think she's trying to knock me into the fence, but I kind of just swung her body around a little bit, and she kind of just fell. And so I'm like, okay, let me stop. I'm a Christian. I ain't finna beat this girl up like that. I had already hit her. After she hit me in the back of my head and I turned around, she got that boop, boop. You know what I'm saying? That boop, boop, boop. You know, she was already, like, kind of knocking down. And she's trying to hit me, and she couldn't really hit me. My hair was in French braids. So she's trying to pull my braid back. And I'm like, are you serious? So as she's pulling my braid back, that's when she's trying to, like, pull me down. And as she tried to pull me down, I ended up flipping her. And she basically just kind of, like, not literally, like, flew. But she hit the fence, like, hard. Her head hit the fence first. And I was like, oh, my gosh. And then I started to feel bad. I'm like, oh, my gosh, is she okay? And then my friend is like, girl, how you feel sympathy for somebody who just ran up on you? And I'm like, I just want to make sure she's okay. And so we just like, whatever. So we just leave her there. And we continue walking to my house. And my mom's boyfriend Okay, he used to smoke a lot or whatever. And so my mom said she remembered it as like this. She said her boyfriend was sitting out on the patio, and he said that he was like knocked on the door and was like, he Mexican. She said he was like, Big Mama, Big J's down there fighting, while he's still like real calm. And they used to call me Big J, just in case nobody got that, because I was big for my age. And so, not like fat, but you know, like big. And so my mom basically was like, what? So she hopped in the car and she drives down there. We were already, okay. It was unnecessary for her to drive down there, because look, this is where we was. This is where my house was. We just had to walk. But no, my mom drove and met us like right here. She said, oh my gosh, what happened? Are you okay? And then I'm like, yeah. She said, did you win? And I was like, yeah, she's still laying over there. And so she finally, the girlfriend gets up and she goes over there. So I didn't see her after that for like 3 days. And so school had started and I'm at school, and after school, well, my friend had already went home early. She had a doctor's appointment that day because she needed her physical, I believe, because we were supposed to be playing sports, but she didn't have her physical. So she's getting her physical. I believe that's what it was that day. And I'm finna walk home, and all of a sudden I hear, she right there. And it's about, I cannot exaggerate this, it's about 14 kids. Like kids, I would say in the age range of between 10 to 13 or 10 to 14, maybe even older than that, because some of them kids was big, and they started chasing me. And I'm like, are they coming after me? So I'm standing there for a minute trying to see like which direction they go into, and then I see friend 2, and I'm like, that's the moment I knew they finna try to jump me. Y'all, I felt like a boat. Now, my house was about 13, 14 blocks from there. I have asthma. I'm big. I don't run. I play basketball. I use my weight to knock people out the way, get the easy bucket. You know, I can run, but I ain't no track star. I got like average speed, and these kids is charging at me. I dropped my backpack, gone. I ain't never ran that fast in my life. I was gone. Straight booking. I made it all the way to my house, completely out of breath. And I'm like, Mom, these people try to jump me. And she's like, what? So my mom basically goes, finds the girl's mom, confronts her, basically lets her know, like, hey, you need to tell your daughter, leave my daughter alone, or I'm going to have to beat you up, and then I'm going to have my daughter beat her up again. And so the girl's mom is like confused, like, what you mean? Like, what's going on? And so my mom basically tell her what happened, and the girl's mom calls friend 2, which is her daughter, out there, and it's like, why you do this? Why are you trying to jump her? And then she gonna say to my mom, listen, Fat B, you need to mind your business. Why she say that? I'm thinking her mom finna, you know, like, side with the daughter, you know, have her daughter's back. But no, she had my mom's back. She just started hitting her daughter, like, whoosh, 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 whoosh. And then after that, the daughter went in the house crying. The mom apologized, and it was done like that. Moral to the story, a few days later, I seen the girl again. She apologized to me. It was basically saying, like, she doesn't know why she did that, her bad. We didn't ever, like, really become friends. We were kind of just, like, associates. We talked every now and then, you know, kind of thing. And beef in the hood was gone. It was gone. So that's it, pretty much. Thank y'all for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I love y'all. Thank y'all for the support. And let's let the Ajayi mob grow. And I am out.